Well, breaking overnight, a deadly police shooting on the city's north side. Austin police say an armed man was holding his family hostage.
This happened off Northgate Boulevard between Research and West Runberg Lane near Little Walnut Creek. That's where we find KVUE's Eric Pointer. Eric, we heard from the interim chief of police overnight. What can you tell us right now?
So right now, even in the rain, officers are still here conducting their investigation. It's still a pretty active scene. They've still got their mobile command center. There's still crime scene tape, and there are still officers here investigating. I've seen them walking around even in the rain. Now, the preliminary details that we've gotten so far from the police chief was that at 7:55, police got the call that an intoxicated man was threatening his wife and child. At 7:57, the first units were assigned to the call, and they were told that the man was holding his wife in one hand and the gun in the other. At 8:02, first officers got to the scene and they found the apartment, and they made call outs to make contact in both English and in Spanish. At 8:34, the man went to the balcony with a gun. Officers told the man to drop the weapon, but he then pointed the gun at officers. That's when officers used what they're calling less lethal options, and they fired at the suspect. Then they say that he went back into the apartment. That's when officers called SWAT. And then after they called SWAT, police believed that the wife and the child were in danger. So at 8:44, officers went in to rescue them. Officers went in before SWAT even got there. When they went into the apartment, they say that the man fired at them, and the officers returned fire. After he had been shot, officers say they started giving him commands, but he didn't listen, and he reached for the gun and pointed the gun at the officers again. The officers say that they shot the man again. So they got the woman and the child out, and they gave that man medical aid until EMS got there. EMS pronounced the man dead at the scene. Now, the wife and the child were not injured, and we know that the officers were not injured as well. The whole incident was caught on body camera. There were 4 APD officers involved and 1 DPS trooper involved. We know that those APD officers are going to be placed on administrative leave as they are conducting this investigation, and we know that that body-worn camera, that will be released in about 10 business days. That's what we have so far. I'll send it back to you all in the studio.
Okay, Eric Pointer from a very rainy North Austin. Thank you very much for that update.